It's time for another edition of the Agents of Inclusion podcast, brought to you by Special Olympics and Odyssey. I'm JR of the JR Sport Brief Show on CBS Sports Radio. We want everyone to take action and be more inclusive. New episodes drop every Wednesday, so hit the subscribe or follow button and go ahead and do it now. Today, we're heading to the Rio Grande Valley region of Texas to check in with Lorenzo Tijerina. And with a cool name like that, I'm going to have to ask Lorenzo if I'm pronouncing it correctly. He's a health messenger for Special Olympics, loves photography, and making life easier for others. Let's figure out how he balances out being a health messenger, family time, and all that great food down in the valley. It's another edition of the Agents of Inclusion podcast, and today we're going right out to Texas, like I just mentioned. We're checking in with my main man, Lorenzo Tijerina. How do you pronounce your name, Lorenzo? I don't want to abuse it. Tijerina?
Yes.
Tijerina. My Spanish is a little rusty, and
You
we're
got
down.
it.
I'm glad I did. We're down in the Rio Grande Valley region. You represent Special Olympics Texas, not only as an athlete, but a global health messenger. How you doing, man? You good?
Good. Enjoying life.
I'm happy that you're enjoying life, and we want to learn more about you and your story. So I guess my first question to you is, how did you get involved with Special Olympics?
I started involved in Special Olympics when I was in middle school. I was the only boy in my campus. I was the only male schooler in my campus. Since then, I have traveled to Galveston, Austin, San Antonio because of Special Olympics. And I have met a lot of people along the way.
That's awesome. Now, meeting all of those folks, how did you find out about the program? Did somebody invite you? Was it a classmate, a parent, a friend?
It's the high school coach. He was looking for students. And I remember, I wanted to do something, not only for my school. I want to do, to be part of a sport, to be competing in sport.
What were those first sports that you competed in?
Bowling, basketball, and track.
Bowling, basketball, and track. Now, when you think about those sports, do you have one that's your favorite that you really like more than any other sport?
It has to be track.
Why do you love track so much?
It give you, for me, is like the sportsmanship. We have, from competing, you make friends along the way. Not only in your school, you meet a lot of people from different schools.
So when you think about that experience, my understanding, and I've learned this firsthand too, is that competing in Special Olympics not only allows you to make new friends in your own school and elsewhere, sometimes, like you said, in other cities. How has competing in Special Olympics helped you be more open? I know you were a little shy at the beginning, right?
Yes. A lot of us, I was one of the, there was moments I was the quiet kid, but Special Olympics is one of the reasons helped me to be more social to each other, to be more out there in the community.
So from the get-go, why do you feel that you were shy?
Because when I'm the youngest of three, we are four in the family. I'm the youngest. I was a little bit of shy, but there's some moments I will be talking, but Special Olympics helped me who I am today.
And so how did that help you get out of your shell? Was it somebody coming to say hi to you? Did you have a meet and greet? What helped you become more open to be social with people?
Is friendship along the way.
And what does friendship mean to you?
Friendship to me is no matter what, they will have your back in the good and the bad times.
I appreciate that. And so you've been participating since you were in the 6th grade. You said the 6th grade.
Yes.
And so along all of these years that you've been participating, Do you have a favorite memory, a favorite experience, or someplace that you've gone that really stands out to you?
It was the friendship dance
Explain
instead.
that. The friendship dance?
Yes,
Explain that. Where was it? How did it happen?
I remember it was doing a track meet. Like we have track. I know after when you compete it, after the events, we have a big dance from the community come together as one. You will see dancing, like having a great time.
So is that the first time that you've done that one time, or do you do that friendship dance all the time?
That was when I was my one time I went to state, but that is the memory that I have it forever.
I'm sure. And when you talk about state, you're talking about home in Texas, right?
Yes,
How has that experience been being able to travel all over the state for different events? How's that been every time you travel? You enjoy it?
yes. I love to travel. I love to explore and try new things, new foods. How is the community there?
Well, listen, I love to eat. So when you start talking about food, man, and I know you're a global health messenger, we're gonna get into, into that for a
Yes.
minute. Everything is always about balance. But if I come down to the Rio Grande Valley, what type of foods can I get my hands on?
Tacos. In Texas, the best tacos is in the valley
Why? What makes it different?
because it's the culture. We have we have we are close to the border to Mexico, so a lot of the food, the taste, it passed to the family over the
It's au-
years.
it's authentic, man.
Yes,
So what does family mean to you? You said you're one of four, right?
yes.
What has your family meant to you throughout this process or throughout just your whole life, man?
Give thanks. I have my parents, my brother and my sisters because they help me and they inspire me to keep going.
That's awesome, man. And you talk about food and family. That sounds like a cool combination to me. When you're sitting down with your family, what types of meals are y'all eating? Is it all, it's not just always tacos. Like, what are some of
Uh,
the best meals that you guys eat?
mhm. The best menu food is mole.
Mole. And that, correct me, mole is beans, is cheese, vegetables, right? What's mole?
Mole is like chicken with like the gravy is it's like a good flavor. It's
Okay.
chicken. You
I
can
may
add rice and beans.
okay. I may need to come down and visit and have a meal with you, man. It sounds like
Uh,
y'all got a good family dinner going on.
yes,
So explain to me, because you haven't just competed as an athlete with Special Olympics on the track and field side, you've also been, or you are a health messenger, the first in the Rio Grande Valley region. And so, how did you become a health messenger?
I got they reached out to me. My program director from down in the valley asked me if I wanted to do it, and I'm the kind of person I want to try new things, and I like why not? It will be great. And she told me, oh, it will be the first one. Like, why not? Like, I'm happy to do it. It's an honor, and the way we want to get more of the athletes to come and join us.
So explain to all of us what it means. Like, as a global health messenger, what do you do?
Our goal is to our goal is to educate athletes to eat a healthier ways. Like it's we know we love to eat a lot of food, but we have to learn the healthy food also, like the salads, the fruit. We need to have a balanced meal to stay healthy and we can compete better.
And how has this affected you? I'm sure throughout the process of being a health messenger, you learned so much. I remember last year I was in Detroit at a Special Olympics event, and we saw an entire health fair that would show you, you know, how much sugar is really in like a soda, and it's
Yeah.
a ridiculous amount. So what have you learned, and how has this changed you for the better?
My goal is I have my ups and downs, but like everyone else, our goal is to my goal is drink more water. Is the best thing to do and eat healthy. I know it's hard, but little by little we need to find a way to eat healthier. More down here because we have a community overweight with diabetes, and we have to learn how to help each other to eat healthy and stay healthy for the community.
Yeah, we want to stay healthy for the community, our families, ourselves.
Yes.
What would you say to someone who is trying to start, you know, a better fitness life or journey? What advice would you give to them?
Stop giving up some stuff. Don't do it 1 second. Do it little by little. If you drink like a full cup of Coke, give it. Why not have drink water and plus half of the cup? Or you go to eat a full plate. Right now, serve a smaller plate.
Well, you got to, everybody has to start somewhere, right? That's not
Yeah,
bad
little by
advice.
little, we have to learn.
And so, your role as a health messenger, when you do this, is it just locally in the community? Are you doing online sessions? Like, how do you get the message out there?
Right now is locally, but later on, my goal is to do it online, not only where I live.
That's awesome, man. Well, Lorenzo, when you're sharing this message, and I thank you so much for sharing your goal. You want to get this word out to so many people. When you're not helping the community as a health messenger, when you're not competing yourself, what are some of the other hobbies that you do? Is there any favorite music or video games or movies? What do you like to do?
I love to play video games, and I do photography.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
So
uh, Go ahead.
when you do photography, what are you shooting in particular? Are we talking about people, places,
Sports?
sports?
Yes.
That's cool. How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing since I was in high school.
And what sport in particular? Are you getting football or baseball or soccer?
I try everything.
That's awesome. And so what was that introduction to photography? Did you just pick up a phone or a camera? Did someone suggest it to you? How did you fall in love with photography?
I used to have, when I started to, when my dad used to buy the old school, come on, you have to go back and get the pictures.
Get the film, yes.
Yes. Then I still have like memories. Like I still have the pictures now. I'm doing my my parents bought me a camera. Now I have another one. They gave it a friend of mine. She gave it to me as a gift. And since then, I've been doing photography, sports. I do football, baseball, soccer, cheerleading, different. I also do portraits.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yes.
So when you think about photography, and so my grandfather, he used to be a photographer in the military. And so one of my favorite things to do every now and then, I look at his old pictures and photos from the 1950s and the 60s and the 70s. And some of the photos are amazing. Do you have any favorite photos that you have already taken that you look at that brings back good feelings?
Yes.
Is there one event in particular you can share with us? One of your favorite events that you shot?
My favorite one is My favorite one the it was I'm trying to remember. It was one of the football players. I have him like in he was on the almost in the touchdown line,
Right.
and he had the ball, catching the ball.
He was just getting ready to score the touchdown.
Yes, that was one of my greatest picture I ever took.
That's awesome. And so if you had a choice today to shoot or photograph anything in the world, what would it be?
My my dream is to my dream is to someday to take pictures for the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. The Dallas Cowboys?
Yes, that's my
Okay.
biggest dream and goal.
Okay. All right. I think that might be very possible. I think I may try to help you with that. Now, are the Dallas Cowboys your favorite football team?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are they going to win the Super Bowl this year? I feel like they've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I think we can put that in dreams with everything else. The Dallas Cowboys, it's been a while. Do you have a favorite Cowboys player that you've seen in your life?
The one I know he not with the Dallas Cowboys no more, but my dream is to meet Tony Romo.
Oh, Tony Romo. Why do you like Tony Romo?
He was one of the first players I like when I was younger. Like, oh, the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, Tony Romo. He was the first player, and I like, wow, I know his name, his number.
And now you turn on the games and Tony Romo is calling all the big ones on
Yeah,
CBS, Lorenzo. That's awesome, man. And
yes,
so I love the fact that you've accomplished so much and that you're helping other people out as a health messenger and that you even have more aspirations with your photography. There are a lot of people who have dreams and they have goals, but they're afraid to reach them. Can you just give us like one final word to help people to open up and not be shy?
do what you love. At the end of the journey, the only is stopping you is yourself. Remember to believe in yourself and never give up.
Hey Lorenzo, perfect words, man. I appreciate you taking the time to share your story and encourage people to not be shy because I think at one point we all can relate to being shy. And then you, like you said, you never see anything or you get the return unless you open up and kind of get ready to explore. So I appreciate you taking the time to share these words, man.
No problem. And thank you for having me.
No problem. Great representative out of Texas. You know, it's about balance. I'm going to try to come down and eat healthy with you, but then I think I want some mole as well, okay?
Yeah.
It's crazy to think at one point Lorenzo was shy and now he's helping others get out of their shell. I really got to get down to the valley and get one of those meals, in moderation, of course. If you want to help others and also help yourself learn and grow in the process, go to SpecialOlympics.org to find out how and where you can get involved. There are local events and programs all over the world and country. I'm JR from CBS Sports Radio, and this is the Agents of Inclusion podcast, brought to you by Special Olympics and Odyssey. New episodes drop every Wednesday, but don't just follow and subscribe. Embrace others, help people out, and be inclusive.